are live.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Midgard RPG. My name is Hikaru, and this is Titan's Heir. And we all forgot about Craig.
That's right.
I messed up.
Yeah, you did.
You know, Kari, you could have just. Okay. I'm surprised you don't have, like, that set up to just. Later.
Set up how? Well, anyways, I'm probably going to start over again because things and recordings and also over stream info didn't get changed. We're a professional streaming group. Welcome to Midgard RPG. All right, let's try that again. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Midgard RPG. My name is Hikaru, and we're here with Titan's Heir, our campaign by Team Super Hydra and DM Dave. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves first?
Hello, I'm Matt. I'm playing Ziri, the Furbolg Star Druid.
Show.
Hi, I'm Sho. I'm going second, and I was never ready for this, even though I was told so. I'm playing Copper 7119, the Warforged Hollowed.
Hi, I'm Zayo. I'm playing Ashanti. She is an Umbral Lurker Warlock and a half-elf.
Shao, I'm playing Zenbrix. They are half elf, half halfling, and they are a rogue who really wants to be a ranger.
Kari?
All right, and sorry, Nina will be joining us later as she is running late. But yes, what do you guys remember about your last session?
We got lost.
We found a new island, and we found the sister of the current leader on the island, who has a pet boar who protects her, which is awesome. Ash fell in a trap again and was able to escape. And we're there with the gnome and so Tahaku.
Tahaku, yeah.
Yes.
And meanwhile, the rest of us did that thing they always tell you not to do. We split the party.
Oh boy, did you split the party. You split the
Yep.
party and not like, yeah, half of us go up the stairs and half of us go down the stairs. No, you guys are like a day away from each other.
We'll be
All over the place.
fine. It's not like we haven't done this before.
A day.
Yeah.
I'm gonna point out this campaign started with splitting the party every day.
Yes.
True.
It's true. I'm sure you'll all be fine.
Yes.
And it continued on, well, for several sessions of that.
Well,
And you also had a bit of an issue where your small halfling buddy nearly got eaten by lizards, as you do. But yes, you met Scodia and her companion Nup Nup, and learned that besides the fact that she was exiled from her clan because of disagreements about treatment of the males, she has been crafting a raft, more like a catamaran, but we call it raft, to sail to the mainland or wherever else there is. And she mentioned that she had to stop working on it recently because she had injured herself while working on the construction. So she's got a broken arm, and you all had a rest there and stayed with her at her camp. And I think that's where we're going to start today, with you guys having Zenbrix and Ash plus Tahaku and Orner at at Scodia's camp. You have spent the night. You know your companions were going to the crash site. You expect they're already at the crash site and dealing with that, so you don't have to worry about them. What would you like to do?
So we kind of sent all our healers the other way, so we have no way to help with their arm, which I find amusing. Unless, Zen, do you know first aid? Do you know any way to maybe help this arm heal faster?
Sorry, not yet.
Not yet?
It's something I really haven't learned yet.
Okay. I figured I'd ask. I mean...
I know. It's something I would like to learn.
Fair
you
enough.
know. But ranger skills have been coming slow to me. So, yeah.
Fair enough. So we can't help with our arm. I mean, we have probably at least a day to wait for the others. So, what do we want to do? Do we want to help her?
Yeah, maybe she'll tell us more about the temple. I think she knows more about the temple.
I mean, maybe? We asked her quite a bit, didn't we? Could have sworn.
A little.
A little, yeah. So, we could help her with her boat.
Yeah.
Do you know how to build a boat?
Well, I just do what she tells me.
Great, we can do that. Yeah. Okay. Then we can help her. Because I've never built a boat.
Yeah, so we go out and we offer to help build the boat.
Okay. Just double checking something here. Show's making me doubt myself. Yeah, no, we're good. Alright, so you approach Scodia and ask about helping with the boat.
Want any help with the boat?
She has a moment of like, do I trust these people? But then goes, you people really want to get off this island, don't you?
A bit.
I will accept any help. I am half done with the raft. But you must understand the raft will only fit 2 more people besides myself and Nup Nup.
How long did it take you to make it?
Well, on my own, I've been working on it for a couple months now.
How long have you been out here?
Years.
Wow.
I mean, if we help you build yours and figure out how it's made, we could just make our own.
Yeah, learned a lot.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how to make a boat, neither does Zen. But if we help you, then we can learn how to make a boat and we can get off here after.
Well, as long as you're making your own raft here on this island, though you may have trouble finding more wood that will be big enough. If you understand that if the Serpent Whisperers find out that you are making a raft of your own, they will stop you.
They're kind of distracted right now.
The lights being out.
Yeah.
Alright, you told her that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I can see how they would be distracted by that. be honest, I'm kind of worried that that means this island might be under attack soon. You may not have a chance to finish your own boat.
Maybe someone else will show up and we can steal theirs. It's an
That is
option.
true. But if you're willing to help me, then I won't say no. I would rather finish this sooner than later, and kind of like lifts her injured arm a bit. And this will set me back quite a while.
Can you sail with a broken arm?
Hopefully my arm is doing better by the time we are ready to set sail.
Okay.
She takes you, the four of you, to where she has the construction of the ship. It's like a half an hour's trek from her place, away from the side that faces the main island. It's pretty big. Like, yeah, it is. It would easily hold 4 people and supplies to travel. It is half made, and Scotia begins to basically give you all work. Quickly discovers that while Orner is terrible at menial labor, he is pretty good with calculations and making sure things fit. But Tahak, who can do a lot of heavy lifting. So,
One's the brain, one's the brawn.
yep. And both of you are kind of in the middle there.
As
Don't
we
have
work,
much brain, don't have much brawn.
yeah. As we work, I just kind of want to start talking,
Okay.
and I want to tell her that I've sort of made friends with. You remember Buddha?
She nods. Vuda was very young when I left.
Did you know she had 2 tigers?
How long ago exactly?
Please pause while the DM checks the book.
I don't think I actually have information of how long she's been here. Okay, I guess I have to make that up. We'll say she's been here for 5 years. So not that young. So she would know. Yeah, I have no idea how long tigers live. "10 to 15 years. So only slightly more than a house cat.
Yeah.
Interesting. Things we learned playing D&D.
Yeah.
So 5 years ago, absolutely possible that yes. So yeah, I do recall her helping 2 tigers and befriending them. So she's still with them.
Were they kittens?
Probably young, not quite kittens, but probably on the younger side.
Yeah. Yeah, they're still with her. And did you know about her fire mind?
Yes, it is a very unfortunate affliction that affects some of the Serpent Whisperers. They haven't ostracized her, have they?
They give her looks, and she has a hideout that she kind of goes to when she has a, I guess the right word, episode. Uh, but yeah, some don't fully trust her and such. I learned a
That's
lot from her.
it's good, good. She's a good child. She's just well, fire mind affects some people, and you kind of just have to learn to live with that and hopefully not harm anyone
So, what is Fire Mind exactly? Do you know anything more about it?
No. I just know that sometimes some of our people are born with fire mind. Sometimes it's sometimes we catch it early on, and sometimes it's something that happens when they get older. As long as they're able to control it, or at the very least not become violent enough to hurt others in the clan, it's fine. But the rules are strict, so if someone with fire mind hurts someone or kills them, then they are still punished for it. Some blame Goliath for it. It's where the fire part comes from. It is said that the fire mind affliction only started after Goliath became active. So the Serpent Whisperers believe that Goliath becoming active with fire is what caused fire mind in our people. I don't know if I truly believe that.
Yeah. What's up with the temple?
What exactly do you mean by that?
Men come from. And they all look alike.
Michelle, your mic is not
Oh,
picking up.
it's not picking me up. Oh, it's doing
Yeah,
it again.
yeah.
Sorry.
Like you'll start talking and then it'll like start picking you up halfway through the sentence.
Must be Discord.
It's possible.
Yeah, like where do the men come from? Why do they all look alike?
I admit I have only gone down to the second sublevel of the temple. I dare not go any deeper. There are many monstrosities and terrible things down there. I don't know where the men come from, besides the fact that they do take the same elevator that I had access to as a key holder.
Did you never ask them what's down there?
They do not remember either. At most, they remember the same monstrous things that I saw in the darkness and someone who fed them, and that there were others like them. Some of our people are born with fire mind, but it seems most of the men that leave the temple have a blank mind. They don't recall much. They are very simple in how they act. Some cannot even learn how to speak. It's what makes the Serpent Whisperers treat them as lesser beings. Because to an extent they do seem to be such, they just don't. They're not entirely there.
Why do they want to kill the men that escape?
Protection of the clan. I think that's what my sister has, that's how she sees it. I did not agree with her. I don't see why we need to treat the men so differently, or why we have to kill the babies that are born male. I do not agree with that. But there seems to be ingrained in our shared history a fear that if we leave men alive, they will try to take us back and take control over us, and we do not want that.
Okay, I could kind of see that because in parts of our world, men could be kind of, awful. Uh, yeah, yeah, I, yeah,
What
but
happened to us, I do not know. It's been lost in. We did not have written history. But there is something. Something happened to our mothers and our grandmothers way in the past. Men wronged us, and that wound just still lingers even now, even when the cause of it has been lost to time.
top floor of the like temple, did you go like are there rooms? Is there a special thing? Are there like different rooms or something?
Inside the first level of the temple,
Yeah, like you go in.
it has many rooms with descriptive images on the walls.
Have you
There's only...
wondered about any of them?
She kind of like pauses and gives a bit of a laugh. Yes, I think they're telling the tale perhaps of both the temple and the creation of this world. Isn't that what temples usually do? There's only one room in the temple, actual room, that doesn't have any images on the walls, and that's where the healing pool is. She kind of looks at her arm. I would love to be able to submerge myself in its waters right now.
Wait, so you don't allow magic, but magic healing pool is fine?
It is a gift from Grihu. Why would we say no to it? Besides the not many use that pool. It is a well-kept secret of the leaders of the clan.
How good is its healing?
Pause while I look it up.
On a spectrum from a regular healing potion to a greater supreme, healing potion, this pull is.
Where's my metric?
How many hearts can it restore while you sit in it?
Healing pool. Oh, okay. Very powerful.
I can understand why you'd want to keep it a secret then.
If someone is mortally injured and close to death, it can restore them back to full health.
Damn.
Okay, do you like take it in a bottle and drink it, or do you have to take a bath?
You have to submerge yourself in the pool inside the temple.
Hmm.
Any water taken out of it becomes normal water.
So it's not the water, it's the temple.
It is a gift from Grihu.
Exactly.
Sorry?
Who's
Grihu is the god who lives who gives everything to us, who gave us this island, who taught us how to make houses, taught us how to hunt,
Did
who gave
Grihu
us
make the
protection.
pillars?
I believe so, yes.
The ape guys come from.
The heirs of Kong. They live to the north of the island and have always been our allies. They too have been given the task of protecting the temple, a task they take very seriously.
So there's a bigger group of them to the north of the island, or
They live they do not have a village center, but they live in the uh, on the northern side of the mountain range for the most part.
I'm suddenly glad we didn't go to the northern side of the mountain.
They are allied with the villagers. They do not attack unless you give them good reason to. And I would not suggest giving them reason to.
No, they seem kind of scary.
huh? Okay. So you have no stories about how your ancestors got here, or how the temple was built, or how the weird things with the lights were built. Y'all just don't know.
The temple was here when our people arrived on the island. All we know is that from our people arrived on the island, much as you did, shipwrecked. And when we found the temple, from within the temple, the god appeared, took pity on our people, and gave us the knowledge needed to build a village at its base. Gave us the knowledge to hunt and survive on this island, and in return gave us the task of protecting the temple from outsiders. We know
And
there is some kind of power within the temple that must not be found by others.
any instructions on what to do in case someone tries to invade?
Kill them.
Any instructions about what to do if the lights go out?
That's not possible.
Kind of is.
I'm not saying I don't believe you. They must be in such turmoil.
And do it.
They don't. We've never even considered the possibility of them going out. I hope we can finish this raft before anything happens.
Me too. So we're like the kobolds already here, or they get shipwrecked too?
I believe the kobolds have always been on this island.
Okay.
Have you ever been up to Goliath?
Once.
Was that weird whole shifty thing always there?
When I went there, it was there, yes.
Okay.
I believe it showed up when Goliath became active.
How long ago was that?
I know that's somewhere in this PDF, but the PDF is like 45 pages long.
What is this PDF you speak of?
Hold up, I have one clue as to maybe where it is. Goliath. Okay. 200 years ago. We call it the fire time. And it was after that happened that the first fire mind was born.
Wait, your people have been here for over 200 years?
Yes.
Huh. Alrighty then.
That's why we can't recall all our lore. I think it's been closer to like 500 or 600 years that they've been here on this island.
Do your people have any stories of before this island?
No. It was deemed unimportant to remember.
Have you seen Grihu?
No.
Has anyone?
If you believe the tales that the serpents that show up from the holes in the ground are Grihu, then yes. I myself am not entirely certain if that really is the god himself or not.
So some of your people think that the knot snakes are Grihu underneath this island?
At least an extension of him, yes.
Oh.
I suspect you've already tangled with them.
Not by choice. But a kid survived, so yay.
Yes, the people... My people think that if someone is taken by those serpents, then it is the will of Grihu.
Well, we decided the will wasn't going to kill a tiny little girl.
I am glad you were there to save her.
To those who are born with magic?
I'm honestly not... Out of character, I'm honestly not sure if there are many that were born with magic, if anything. I think if any of the girls are born with magic, it's so taboo that they don't even try to teach it. And basically tell them to stop doing whatever it is you're doing that makes this thing go boom.
Yeah, that isn't dangerous at all.
So you repress magic in people.
Well, it is dangerous. It's best not to play with that.
So is a sword, but if you know how to use a sword, then it isn't dangerous to you and those around you. But if you don't teach someone then that sword is going to end up cutting them in their own foot.
But using a sword can only hurt yourself and those you use it against. Using magic hurts the land itself. That is what we are taught. Magic is harmful. It destroys nature's balance.
If nature said magic wasn't supposed to exist, then magic wouldn't have existed in the first place.
Suppose that is a way of seeing it, but just because nature exists doesn't mean you should be exploiting it for your own use.
Oh boy. Okay.
Just because fire exists doesn't mean fire is always good. Fire is destructive as well.
But it can be good. Would you rather the fire not exist at all and you freeze to death in the middle of the night?
We know how to control fire, and even then fire can spread. So it must be treated carefully. We do not know how to control magic.
Okay, fine. Fine.
Would you give a child who doesn't know about how to treat with fire a torch
Once they're
and let them
taught.
wander into the woods?
Once they're taught to, yes.
We are all children. We have no one to teach us.
Not Grihu.
Grihu does not really interact with us that much. Like I said, we have never seen him. We know he exists. We can feel him. He does not talk to us. He taught us how to build and how to live here, and told us not to meddle with magic. So we obey.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's just get this boat built.
Yeah, let's just get back to the boat.
Well, you guys work throughout the day, and there's no role required. She's basically there to teach you and make sure you're not doing things improperly. But by the end of the day, Tahaku and Warner have a pretty good idea of how long it would take if the four of you were to keep working on this ship. It would take you 2 weeks to finish building it entirely.
I don't think we're going to be able to stay here for 2 whole weeks, but we can help you for as long as we're here.
So at the end of the day, she has a nice meal, all vegetarian, but filling still. And I have a feeling Tahaku goes fishing because he will not take just vegetarian meal.
Ash would go
gonna-
help. It's like, I'm sorry.
Just gonna go grab some fish.
Yeah,
I'm not just eating this plant shit.
I'll help.
So you have Scodia's vegetarian meal with some roasted fish for dinner. And I guess you're spending another night there?
Do we see any signs of our friends on the beach at this point?
So you go out to the point that is closest to the big island and look towards the other end.
Yeah, just see
Give me
if
a
there's
perception.
activity.
Oh, you want perception checks for that?
Perception check, yeah.
13!
Let's see.
Damn!
Okay. do not see any lights or activity on the beach. So either they haven't gotten back or something's happened and they haven't made it back. I can't remember what you guys had decided about
I think
meeting.
we were going to go back and meet at the tip of the main island. I think we were going to go back.
I think so.
Mhm.
So
Once we
tomorrow
learn.
we could.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so you don't see any like campfires or anything now that the daylight is dying, so you have that going, and it seems like they're not there or haven't put anything up so that you can see it. You can see the tip of the island, but it's far enough away that it's kind of hard to tell details. Because remember, the crossing took like 6 hours on foot,
Yeah.
so pretty far away.
So do we want to head back to the main island tomorrow then?
Yeah. Ask her if there's anything else on this island, because she obviously would know it by the back of her hand. Like, anything a note, anything.
There's a small mountain range on this place. Yeah, she's explored most of it. It's pretty empty. Sometimes things come up from the mainland. She's had a couple of encounters with ships that sailed too close and spotted the island. For the most part, she's just had to hide at that point. But nothing really of note. There is enough on this island for her to survive, for her and Nup Nup to survive. There are other wild boars on the island, but since she's gone vegetarian, that's not really a problem. So, but besides that, yeah, it's just your normal tropical island.
Will you allow us back if we come back?
As long as you do not reveal my location to the rest of the villagers, especially my sister.
Oh,
Not planning to.
yep.
Then you are welcome to come back.
We allowed to bring friends?
As long as they can keep a secret.
Yeah.
Then they're welcome to join. Especially if they're willing to help me with my raft.
I mean, one of them might be able to help you with your arm. He knows way more about medicine than we do.
Yeah.
That would
Have
be
him teach me something. I mean, I know how to use an herbalism kit, but that's not exactly healing. I just know how to. Yeah.
Yeah, and
Do a
healing
few
isn't my strong point at all.
Yeah, I gotta learn that.
All right, so you guys take a long rest again there on the island, and we'll see what the other group is up to during the day.
Show's around, right? Okay.
Not, in fact, asleep. Okay.
It was a near thing.
All right, so yes, Ziri, Copper, and was it just Ziri? Yeah, it was just Ziri, Copper, and Tan on this side. No NPCs. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the NPC's one on the island.
Well, you all had a night's sleep in the forest.
Uh-huh.
You wake up the next morning. You're not really sure where on the island you are.
Can we take some time to try and figure that out?
Orient ourselves.
Yes. That would be a survival check.
I will help Siri
You.
because I'm not gonna even think that I should. Ah, damn it.
14 is the best I got.
Yeah.
14. All right. You're still lost.
Hmm.
You have no clue where you are.
Great.
Definitely, you can tell that the place you're in is probably not the areas that you had explored earlier. How far off course, you're not sure, but you went off course close to the evening of the day before.
Can we retrace our steps back the way we came?
Not really. This is a jungle scenario, and you don't really have much of a trail to follow.
I mean, you do realize that Copper has a habit of slashing trees as he goes, like leaving a mark in them.
Yeah, but there's a lot of trees with slashes.
You said this was an area that we hadn't actually explored before.
Yeah,
And he did a very specific, or they did a very specific type of slash. So
at some, like, you can find a couple in the surrounding area, but like once you guys got lost, like you can't find, like you lost the trail of where your first slashes were.
mhm.
It's probably somewhere after or during or after the battle that you had the day before was probably where you lost track of things. Forgot about the slashes long enough or something like that that made it so that you got lost.
All right.
Well, since do you happen to have like locate object or something? Oh wait, is that a
Yeah, I'm going through my list here. I said, well, yeah, there's a couple options. I could try locate object and see if I could zone in on something that was at the crash site, because I don't think I ever saw the mechanism that the Haku buried that has the beacon on it.
Nope.
Did
But
I?
you probably saw the actual camp.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah. I think that's our best guess, our best bet at this point.
mhm.
So. All right, he'll just lean up against a tree for a few moments, close his eyes, and just start trying to basically envision the campsite as best he could. And then, yeah, I'll cast locate object.
Okay.
So if we are within 1,000 feet of something familiar there, it lasts up to 10 minutes. So I just kind of start wandering a little bit as while this is going on, and just see if anything picks up.
In the meantime, I'm gonna keep my eyes open and try and make sure that we aren't attacked again while he's doing this.
What's the range on that again?
1,000 feet.
So not much when it comes to the hexes, because each hex is 3 miles wide.
Okay.
So if it's farther than 1,000 feet, you don't get any direction or anything, do you?
No, and this only lasts 10 minutes.
So you wander about, and for the 10 minutes, do you go in any like specific direction? Like, you know, more or less where north is at the very least, just looking at the sun. It's early morning, so you can tell by the sun where north is, so you can pick a direction basically.
And you said we're somewhere in this area?
You're not quite sure where you are, but you were at the tip trying to go to the crash site. So you, you guess you're somewhere close to, like, there's probably like as long as you're not going east, you can probably try at the very least looking for the coast.
Yeah. I mean, east kind of seems like the way we'd want to go since that's more inland.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just try to focus in an easter direction.
Okay. So the main problem with going east is since you don't know exactly where you are on the north-south axis,
Yeah.
you could you could be north of the crash site and never find it.
Can I go like southeast?
Okay. So you're gonna assume that you're like north of the crash site, not south of it, and go
And
south.
if we end up at the coast, then we know that we have to go north.
Yeah, I would say exactly.
All right. So southeasterly direction. 10 minutes would definitely not get you within
Or close to anything.
close to it for the spell to work.
Yeah.
Before it runs out.
Could I keep an eye out for my slashes as we go that way to see if
Give
I
me a
can find
perception
them
check.
again? All right. Because this will probably not go too terribly great. 15.
Okay. So you travel for I'm assuming you're going to be going at a slow pace at this point since you're lost.
Yeah.
Okay. So you travel for about 2 to 3 hours in a southeasterly direction. You don't hit the coast. You don't find the crash site. Copper, you eventually, towards the end of that like third hour of traveling and thinking maybe you're going in the wrong direction, you spot a couple of trees with slashes on them.
And one's in the shape that I would have been doing it in. Because again,
Yeah.
specific shape. Oh, hey, look, these.
Okay. Okay, that's something that looks a little familiar.
That's something that we can at least try and use to kind of orient ourselves.
Okay. One more thing I can try. So I'll try to just find like the. So I'll study the trees with the slashes. Try to get an idea of the direction they're going in. I'm gonna cast augury, and say, if we head in the direction I think that the slash marks are indicating the crash site is in, will we find it today?
You get a yes as an answer.
Okay, I think this is the direction we need to go.
Okay, then let's follow. Once again, my slash marks are the thing that saves us. And start walking toward, like following the slashes.
So you're gonna keep going in the southeasterly direction.
Follow whatever the direction the slashes lead
Okay.
us.
So here's the big problem you find. There's slashes all over the place, which means you're pretty close to the crash site. But you know how every time you left the camp, you'd leave slashes? So there's slashes all over this place, which means you're in an area of the forest that's close enough to the crash site that you left marks all over the place.
Yes.
But give me another survival check with advantage.
Okay.
Just
Say
one
I
of us,
might
both of us.
I might even like do a wild shape into something that has a good sense of smell at this point.
And you could follow the scent of copper.
Right.
Karu, might I also do the survival check?
No.
Damn it.
But the DC is lower because you guys are following slashes and are in
Thank
what
God.
is supposedly familiar territory. So a 13 is actually enough this time. The DC for forest is 15, but
Of course it was.
yeah, you're right beside the crash site. You're literally on the hex right beside the crash site. So it takes
Wow.
you the better part of a day, and it feels kind of weird because you go back and forth and you're like, no, it has to be in this direction. And you probably pass close to the crash site a couple times before figuring out that this is the correct way to go. And as you find the crash site clearing and you get to the camp, you find that there is someone has taken up residency
Oh.
in the remains of the camp. And as you go up to it, the three of you are you disturb a group of 12 giant rats that had moved into the remains of your camp.
Great.
And they seem to not like the fact that you want to.
12 of them?
Yep.
Can we try and like spook them?
I'll use my speech of beast and leaf to just try to scare them off.
Yeah, I would like to try and fucking scare the shit out of them and make them run away rather than attack us.
Okay, so you're trying to intimidate them to be like back off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Either both of you give me an intimidation check or give advantage to one of you.
How's your charisma? I can tell you now, mine sucks.
My intimidation's a +3.
Then yes, you go.
Okay.
With advantage, because mine's a -2.
13.
God. I mean, oh no.
What do you do to intimidate them?
Take up my swords, and the one that's the dream sword probably is glowing at this point, as I casually swipe. Maybe if there's a tree or a thing of wood nearby, and kind of look at them meaningfully.
What about Xeris? And Xeris the one intimidating?
No, I can't. I was gonna say like maybe wild shape into a tiger, but I don't think I can do that at this point.
I mean,
Tigers are challenge rating 1.
Yeah. Okay. He'll just like cast like produce flame and like it's like I'll do Ash's trick of just burning the ground right in front of them. So you have to drive the point home.
Okay, and you're talking them using your beast speech ability?
They say, "Hey, we don't want any trouble. Well, we're not going to let you just eat us either. It would be a good day for you to just go somewhere else for a while."
Can you understand them through the beast speech?
You can't talk to me, but they get the they get the gist of what I say.
I feel like
Basically,
I asked you this someday
do.
I'll remember.
yeah, it's
you
one
won't.
way only, basically.
Okay. They're feeling territorial, but also don't really want to necessarily die. A few of them do go forward to try and like basically test it.
Oh, you want to? You really want to?
Ziri, you're in the front. There, two of them come up to try and like nip at you.
I was gonna say Copper would
We'll do an
absolutely be in
exchange,
the
like
front.
one exchange of attacks. Just
Around the
13.
ROUSs. 13, I think, does hit me. Let me check.
Yeah, I think your AC is 13.
That's 13.
All right, so one nips you for 3 damage.
Oh,
Gets past your defenses.
Ouch. I'm gonna go with turn into a constrictor snake and try to just give him a big hug.
Go for it.
Right.
Do you need the constrictor snake?
I
thought
roll
you
it manually. Hit.
One moment, please. I was not prepared to be on Twitch for this.
Are you giving him a reroll?
I am.
All right, so you can reroll that. I did give you access to the constrictor snake since you can actually transform into that.
Thank you.
Oh my god, really?
That misses.
Well, you know what?
Ugh.
Can I stab one? Since we're doing an exchange of
You're
attacks.
basically close to it too.
Cool. Oh my god.
Wow.
Somebody want to give me advantage?
I
And
kind
if
of
you
don't
guys
want to
don't
because this is
manage to get
hilarious.
You
10 is gonna try from behind to use their short bow, see if they can help. Oh, good. At least 10 can hit.
shut up.
10, who's not even here.
Technically, I do have a bonus action attack as well, but
The attack roll. Okay. All right, so 5 piercing. She injures it, but that's not enough. I think we're gonna go into initiative
Wait.
because they've drawn blood, and you guys haven't really done that much. All right,
they're
well,
going to regret that now that I'm going to get my full attack and bonus action attack.
oh, I'm sure of it. All right, so let me just put you on your map.
The question is, how many of them are going to actually attack?
Oh, that's a lot.
What? Did you roll for this, Karu?
Yes.
Why?
She rolls for every random encounter.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's 3 of us versus 4 times that many. Ugh.
Remember how you lost 2 NPCs to like 12
Cool.
kobolds?
Yeah.
Just be thankful it's not 12 kobolds, it's just 12 rats.
Oops.
All right, roll initiative.
Well, I forgot to actually click my token, but I got a 21.
Good job. I didn't
Listen,
remember
I'm
if this
grumpy.
has lighting, so I left the 2 characters
Oh,
there so you can.
this is...
Also,
I've-
you have to remember these are wild animals. They're not necessarily going to fight to the death. You just have to
Yeah,
scare them.
oh, I know. Yeah, trust me, I know. Oh, no.
We'll use the snakes initiative for this.
So,
Oh yeah, you're a snake now.
This sucks.
oh, don't worry. I might be able to scare them off next.
Don't forget
Yeah.
Nina's
Ziri.
character.
Not Ziri. Bah. Tan. Bah. Really? 2 of them went before me? Well, let's just hope that these guys get into a line.
All right. Well, the snake looks more dangerous, so they're gonna start piling on the snake.
Okay.
That's gonna be 6 piercing from the first one.
Okay.
And the other one comes up and is going to do 3 piercing. Copper.
All right. I'm just going to look at these guys. My faceplate's going to open up, and I'm going to use Vengeful Spirit. It does a 30-foot line. I'd like some
Oh, no.
dexterity saving throws. Oh, yes.
All right. What does that do?
10 force damage if it hits. So 2 of them take the full, the others take half.
All right. What does Vengeful Spirits look like? Like, what is...
Literally, it is my faceplate opens, my eyes glow, and then like a laser beam comes out of my eyes.
Mm. It's just the destroyer from 4.
Okay, that's intimidating. Give me an intimidation check.
Does it have advantage? Because this is going to suck if it doesn't.
I'm giving it to you as a bonus because intimidation
Okay.
should be an action.
Well, there you go, a 16 anyway.
Okay, cool. All right.
I'm gonna leave my faceplate open and leave my my optics glowing. Just like, I can do this again. 'Cause I can. It only costs 3 soul fragments, and I just got 2 of them back.
From killing them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just rats. You took out the 2 that failed their saves. Tan is going to go for the one that's getting advantage on. So the one that's not hurt on the other side. And this looks scary, so I think they are going to use the precision attack. Before or after? Okay, so I'll see if she needs it. If they need it. They don't need it. All right, then. So they injure the other one. All right. The rats suddenly start thinking that this is not such a great idea after all. And this was just going to book it.
Good run.
That
Dead.
one's dead. This one's also going to book it.
The snake want to eat?
Do you want to attack it? Matt?
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes.
Snake is hungry.
Boo.
Snake. I'll just try to bait it as it runs.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you
No. You bite dust as this rat flees. Numbers aren't looking good, but the snake isn't looking good either. Surely, if we take down the snake, everything will be fine. Oh no, they missed. I'm gonna
go on, line up.
Yeah, no. Let's keep going. This is fine. We just have
Really?
to take down the snake.
What? Wow. And you're getting in a line again.
They're rats. They're not exactly smart,
Yeah.
Show.
I rolled an 8 on my initiative, but I rolled it manually, so that's why I didn't put me in there.
Oh, Kuru, yeah.
Oh, you're right. Sorry.
Bite one.
Where'd you go? You should be able to roll from the sheet from now on, and you can like drag it to the. All right,
Okay.
you're in the turn order now, so just go because it is
Okay.
your turn.
Bonus action, I'm going to turn back into myself.
That's fair.
Yeah, because none of that, and I'm going to cast Ice Knife, targeting that one.
Oh no.
Love it.
Because Ziri's had enough of this.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't want to deal with the question. Oh, there we go. Something hits. All right, I just need to stay myself.
Yep.
With 24 hits.
Yep.
So 10 piercing to the one I
crap.
hit, and then everything within 5 feet has to do a dex save or take 7 cold damage.
So that's 3 dex saves.
Oh no. One of them failed. Or one of them made it, but the other two did not.
The ones closest to you are both dead. And the other one takes no damage because it's saved. Okay. All right. They're like, we take down the snake and everything's fine. Everything's not fine.
Yeah.
This is worse.
They're all running.
Yeah.
The rest of them are running. There are 2 in melee with you guys. Do you want to take opportunity attacks?
Oh
Let them
yes.
run.
I'm taking it.
Go for it. Oh boy. Okay, well that one's dead.
Oh yes.
And
I'd like to decapitate it and kind of like punt the head at the other ones that are fleeing.
Wow.
Scare them off. Maybe they won't come back again.
they're like, we've got the numbers. We don't have the numbers.
You had the numbers.
We had the numbers.
Not anymore, you don't.
Did Ziri take an opportunity attack against the one that was by him?
Let it go.
Okay. All right. Well, 4 or 5 survived of the 12.
Only because they ran.
Yep. I mean,
Ooh, I got another shard back from that.
to be fair, at least you now have like food for the night. Oh no, what have I done?
True.
Oh god, I half shrink them.
Just,
Yeah,
they
you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
They should
6.
just be thankful that Copper is not going to use Vengeful Spirit on them again. Because remember, it's a 30-foot line.
Yeah, no, they scatter. They scatter,
Mhm.
and they're large rats, but like
They're
they can
still
still
rats.
they just blend into the surrounding
Mhm.
area.
Cool.
But
As
yeah,
they
you've got lunch or
as they
dinner.
run, faceplates just slowly close with a click.
Oh, that could have been worse.
Much.
Well, you have found the camp. You have some meat for tonight, and yeah, what would you like to do?
Okay. So we got Copper says, well, that was a useful. That's an interesting trick. Any other secret compartments?
Maybe.
Sure not to anger you or to make the point of finding out.
You're
Try
fine.
at least. All right. Well, do we want to look around or
Yep, I'd
rest a
like
little
to.
bit first?
I mean, I'm still at like 85 to 90% power.
Okay.
So I'm fine looking around to see where Tahaku could have taken the thing to bury it, or where, and considering that that's likely the direction that the distress signal is coming from. Ooh, Karu, I don't suppose I'd be able to pick up the frequency of the distress signal, would I?
I don't think that's something you can
Yeah, I didn't think so.
do.
Wasn't sure, but I'd like to look around to see where where Tahaku could have taken.
So, what exactly are you looking for? Like the distress beacon?
The distress beacon is what our priority is.
Okay.
Signs of anything that's been buried around here in the
Yep.
last month or so.
Well,
Like,
that's why I'm asking.
a
Like,
trick.
are you looking for signs of something buried, or are you looking for the thing that is sending the distress signal?
I mean, the thing that's sending the distress signal is optimal, but it'd have to be near a power source to send it. So it'd probably have to be near that huge bit of Odinburgite.
Not necessarily.
Hmm.
You know that you can shave off a small fraction of a Odinburgite to use as a power core, like the one that you have.
Yeah, but it's very likely that that Odinburgite is unstable enough that if he tried to do that, he could have just, blown it up.
Yeah. He also had a automaton that he could have salvaged.
Yeah, you know what? That's probably what he used. Honestly.
That might be worth looking around for too.
I really am still bitter about that thing because that was my replacement. I don't quite understand why. I don't understand quite why I'm feeling the need to scrap it entirely, but I am.
All right. So what are you looking for? The frequency emitter or the Odinburgite hidden somewhere in the ground?
The frequency emitter is probably our best bet.
Okay.
I'll cast. I'll do my one a day of detect magic to see if that picks up on anything.
Okay. So that's 30 feet. Are you staying within the radius of like where you had the camp?
Yeah, to start with.
Okay. So give me a perception check for copper.
Because this will go great. 10.
Okay.
I assist.
Oh,
You're doing your thing. So you're doing the detect magic. You walk around the camp. You don't sense anything around the camp, but you start going towards where the crash site is, which isn't too far off from the camp itself, because that's where you like salvage things from to make the camp. And as you get within range of that, you can sense magic coming from the wreckage.
Okay. I'll call Copper and Tan over and say, I think I've got something.
oh, okay.
That is
And
right. You can have an assist from Tan Copper for advantage.
Cool. Not like I expected to do anything better. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Wow.
Considering, listen, I was not I was not created to be a scout automaton.
All right. So sorry, Ziri, you make it up to the thing, and thanks to the detect magic, you find in the because it crashed in head first into the forest. The backside of the wreckage is pretty much intact, which is why the Odenburgite was not, instantly exploding and taking the whole island with it. And in that area that is more or less intact, you find the automaton that was the captain. It has been halfway repaired, but it's missing pieces to make it go completely active. So instead, what they did was turn the automaton into a frequency SOS emitter. So, and the thing you're detecting is coming from the chest piece of the automaton.
No, this is it.
Oh, okay. And if that misses, I'll use my longsword.
What are you aiming at?
I'm aiming to cut the chest piece out.
Are you aiming to destroy the Odenburgite?
No, because that'd blow it up.
Okay, so you're trying to disable it.
Yes, I'm trying to disable it. Do you want me to get my longsword as well? Because I doubt that hits.
Give me your damage.
Damage? Okay.
It's the thing that's on the ground.
14. So I'm not sure that the psychic would actually work on it.
I do not have the stats of that thing here. Hold up. Let me go find it.
Because, like I said, I doubt that it takes psychic damage. Because construct.
Yeah, it's a construct.
If it doesn't finish it, I'm totally going to.
15 actually does not beat its natural armor.
I know. That's why I said.
Yeah, because
Come
it's
on.
made of metal.
Ah! What? Alright, you know what? Punch! Because apparently 15.
Well, it's one thing to try and slice
Here.
made of metal, and it's another to just
pry it
punch
open.
through it.
Yeah. Here. Oh. Ow. Okay. I'm getting
Alright.
frustrated now. There you go.
It takes
I'm just
you
gonna
a
keep
while.
on. Yeah.
It takes you a while to pry open, but you manage to do enough damage to the chest piece to break open the chest, and you find where the Odenburgite core is inside. And it is wired to the mechanism of the remote traveler to send out the SOS.
Yeah. Could I disable that? Please and thank.
We don't have. You don't have tinker's tools or anything
Nope.
like that.
I do not. But I'm pretty smart.
Give me an intelligence check.
Intelligence, investigation, or just
Sure, I'll let you use investigation.
cool.
Good.
Psh, this isn't anywhere near as cool as my own chassis is.
You
It's just this
managed to calm down enough from punching this remote traveler.
Listen,
What's
like I
left of
said,
it?
I don't like my replacement.
To carefully undo the mechanical bits necessary to safely take the core out of it. It is a small core. It is only meant to activate this thing, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to put the core away just in case. Now that we've got it, maybe I need a backup.
And yeah, once the core is out, the slight blue light that you could see in the eyes that indicated that it was running to a degree has gone out.
Cool. I'd like to just rough it up a bit more to make it look like something else that wasn't me destroyed it. Like, a group of kobolds came and like stripped it bare. I have Smith's tools. I have Smith's tools. I could have done that instead. Listen, I was a bit frustrated
Amazing.
and bitter.
Open it to see
Nah.
where it's meant to be opened, or do I punch it open?
It's like, you were not supposed to replace me.
I feel like someone has some pent up anger issues against remote travelers.
He just has
Anyhow.
anger issues.
Anyhow, I'd like to use my Smith's tools to disassemble it enough to make it look like somebody stripped it.
Okay.
Do you want me to use Smith's tools?
I'd say give me a deception with intelligence.
Okay.
So if you're trained in deception, you can add your proficiency. So it's an intelligence check with plus.
Yeah, I'm not, so it'll just be an
It'll just be
intelligence check.
intelligence.
Oh, well,
Okay.
bang, bang, rip, bang, bang. It's dented, probably.
You're
Less
not
stripped
sure
than
it
I'd
looks,
like it.
Yeah, you're not sure if it looks like it was.
Occasion. I think at the very end, I'm just like, okay, and then I'll just squish the head of it to make sure that it can't be
definitely
repaired.
looks like someone took it apart and ripped it apart. You're not sure if it looks like kobolds did it, but you tried your
I
best.
mean, maybe they tried and then, shrug. All right, I'm done here.
All right. So other than not having been lived in for like a month at least, what kind of state is this whole area in? Like the former campsite and whatnot.
Seems like besides the rats moving in, you took most of the like useful things you had made, so there wasn't much to salvage. And I think you took most of the food supplies you had as well for the trip to or they took the supplies. You do notice that there are like kobold footprints in the camp, but they seem to be fairly old. There's not much left to salvage in terms of what you had made from the camp because that was taken by Tahako and the others when they were.
Mm-hmm.
So anything you hadn't taken when you first left was taken by them.
Okay. All right. So nothing else we can potentially get from here. I mean, to be able to look, I still want to look around and see if this can find anything that may have been buried.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fair.
So now you're looking specifically for a like burial site.
Yeah.
Okay. I think this would still be a perception check. You're looking for something.
7.
Tan's probably helping you, so you can take advantage on that.
Okay. 4.
Well, someone likes Tan's help. Okay. So close to the evening when the light is about to die on you, you find amongst some bushes an area that seems like it was disturbed, as if someone had like buried something there.
Okay. Yeah. What size?
What was that? Looking around.
Like 10 feet in diameter.
Okay.
Oh.
The big pile of whatever that's around here.
How big would it have been to bury the Odinburgite? That was the core. Much bigger.
At least 10 feet.
Oh, so it might have been that.
In that case, to maybe want to leave this thing where it is.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, the core was like 7 feet in diameter.
Okay.
Yeah, let's leave that where it is.
So
Okay.
now I guess we have to. Well, how late is it in the day?
Pretty late, like light's dying by now.
Mm-hmm. So
Sun's-
I recommend we set up camp here for the night around
Yep.
this area and then try and head back. And we'll make sure to use like chalk or something colored so that we can distinguish from all the other slashes. It was a good idea at first, but since we're around here and it was something I used often,
Yep, it's just all slashes now.
hey, listen, like I said, it was a very distinctive slash, and maybe I used a different one every time. I don't know. Probably not.
All right, well, that's why the others didn't see you guys camping on the beach that night.
Yep. Because we weren't.
Because you weren't. But at least you both sides know where they are. And so the next morning, are you three going to head back to the beach point where
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we've
Gonna
got what
try.
we come for. So
I would say heading as close to the coast as we can, and then from there heading as close to the tip, following the coast. So that way we wouldn't get lost as easily. And once again, like using charcoal or something to mark trees.
all right. Yeah, easy enough. You're just like hex and a half away from the coast. So if you take the coast, then you just have to follow the coast.
Okay.
It would still take you the rest like a whole day's travel.
Yeah, that's fine.
Let me check on pacing.
I'd say we wouldn't.
So normal you can travel 4. So if you wanted to get to the tip, you'd have to go a slightly faster pace. Yeah, fast pace takes you 5.
Okay.
let's push it.
Yep. And then just kind of be aware, since we're moving, we might be attracting things. And you know, Copper is kind of ready to kill something.
So are you trying to like keep on a lookout for possible ambushes and the like?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. So we'll say 10. Do you, considering you're basically going the easy route, you can have 10 help with the perception.
Cool. And I roll exactly the same thing, regardless.
Okay. Um so at some point in the afternoon, as you're making it to the tip of the island, you pass by some poisonous snakes, but you manage to see them in time to scare them off before they decide that to try their chances and pick at whoever's last in the party after they pass.
I'd like to see them try. I squish. Listen, advantage against poison and immunity to the poison condition.
Mm-hmm. Assuming you're the one in the back and not Tan.
Yeah.
Tan looks like a nice, tasty morsel. All right.
10 can be in the
So
middle.
that takes the whole day, and you get
That's
to the
fine.
end. In the evening, you get to the point. So we'll go back to Zenbrix and Ash. You have had your second night and on the island. You didn't see anyone the night before. You have the day ahead of you.
I'm guessing we're just planning our crossing to
Yeah.
not get swept away this time.
Yeah, last time we left when low tide and then the tide came in.
And it was rough.
Right. So what if we left before low tide came?
I have never experienced tides. I don't know if it's rougher dealing with a tide coming in or a tide going out, or if both are equally fucked.
dangerous.
What's the water like now, like between tides? Is it calm?
Between tides, it's pretty calm, yeah. It's just the water is deep enough that you cannot walk across it. Like, it's maybe 15 feet deep, so you'd have to swim. There's places where Tahaku can probably, like, hit the ground, but not the whole way through.
How do you
And-
feel about swimming?
The problem is once the tide starts going down, you'll have to deal with currents while swimming.
I can deal if we're all tied to each other and I can have the backup of, say, Tohaku's strength.
Like, what do you prefer? You like want to do what we did last time and try to walk it and then have to suffer through the tide coming in? Or you want to swim it?
I think walking and dealing with the tide coming in at the end is going to be our best bet. Because we're going to be exhausted, so trying to fight the tide going out is going to
What
be...
you could do is start your trek when the tide is going down, like towards the end of the low tide, to try and make it to the other side.
Yeah.
I guess the other option, you could try pushing and just like running, because it takes 6 hours to cross, and the thing is the time between tides is actually 6 hours, so
Let's be fast. The moment
So if
we can
you
start walking, let's walk.
Yeah.
Well, fast jog.
you could do that.
Yeah, that's what we'll do.
So basically wait until the tide has lowered enough that you can safely walk across. You still have water at your like knees or whatever, especially for Zen breaks.
But we can walk. There's ground.
can
Yeah.
Okay. That only gives you about 10 extra minutes because tide changes don't last very long. But between that and you running, you could probably make it to the other side as the tide is coming in.
Yeah, let's do that.
Here on Earth, it takes 6 hours and 12 minutes for between tides. All right, so you make it to the other side. I feel like I should have like water encounters. Well, let me see if you have an encounter first on. What could I possibly throw at you guys?
Nothing.
Sharks.
Crabs.
Giant crabs.
For dinner? Sure.
But you can do manta rays too.
Or not?
Jellyfish.
Let's see if I can find something interesting to throw you guys.
That won't one hit
Boat
kill us.
crab. That would be freaking terrifying. That would try to get a group of 4 people crossing a small bit of. Honestly, it could just be you see a bunch of dolphins.
I mean, dolphins are assholes, but unless they come and harass us, I'm not going to do anything to them. But dolphins are assholes.
And also, dolphins might not be able to get that close if it's low tide happening or starting to happen.
Well, it's during low tide, so they can't, unless they're planning to play basically
Leapfrog
swim up, leap across the.
and try and knock you in. Oh god, they might.
Again,
Knowing-
dolphins are assholes.
Knowing dolphins, they would absolutely do that just for sport.
Yes,
Yep.
dolphins are like the biggest assholes of the ocean.
Because I could see dolphins just like trying to do that just for fun, just seeing if they can jump and not get stuck on the sandbar.
It's cow tipping, except dolphin style.
And you're the
Hey.
cows.
Okay, but these are.
That's mean, but I love it.
I feel like that would be a funny thing, though, that you just like they don't even try to do anything to you. You just see a bunch of dolphins like leapfrogging across the sandbar to get to the other side. And then one just doesn't make it and lands belly flops on the sand and is stuck there and is just like trying to get back.
Hey, it's supper!
Rude.
And you monsters.
Dolphins are assholes!
Would you really do that?
Ash might. Ash just sees a big fish. I don't think she's ever seen a dolphin. She just sees a big dumb fish that got itself beached. Okay, it's supper now.
Mm.
So you're gonna try to go up to it and kill it?
Well, I'm not strong enough to push it into the water.
Tohaku might.
You do have Tahaku with you.
Ash just sees a big fish. She's like, oh look, supper. She looks at everyone else.
I think we should just keep going and worry about dinner when we get there.
Okay, I guess. Just take one stab, but okay. Let's go.
So you're like jumping over it and ignoring its plight.
It was dumb enough to get beached. I'm sorry. Ash is just like...
I mean, it's probably towards the end. They were expecting to, you know, if they failed, they just have to wait it out.
It'll be fine.
Karu, would Tohaku let it be? Or would he try and push it in? Because he already adopted a rabbit.
He did.
And dolphins, as much as they are assholes, are also cute.
Again, Ash
Tahaku
just
would
sees
want
a
to
fish.
stop, but like he doesn't. Like he'd stop and be like, "I know we're in a hurry, but this shouldn't take too long."
Have fun!
You're tied to him.
Tied to him.
Yeah! Come on!
We're gonna be like, really? Come on.
I'm so glad that Copper's not
It'd be
here.
faster
Copper would
just
totally
to kill it! Kill it and carry it to Haku at supper.
That would slow us down even more.
Yep.
You're literally slowing us down to a 0.
Don't worry about it. We'll be fine. I just have to push it.
And
Into
it's
the
probably
water.
helping by wiggling towards the water. Dude,
You had one shot to Haku, let's go.
Can I buy
Karu.
an advantage roll for an NPC?
Yeah, that's fair.
Do it. Done.
Ah, crap. I closed this sheet.
Well, you shouldn't have.
Because I'm smart.
Oh my god, are you kidding me?
Oh no.
All right, so
Dice is
these,
broken on this one.
Dolphin is stuck on the sandbar, and he's having trouble pushing it down. Are both of you like paying attention to this?
I'm tempted to Eldritch Blast the dolphin, but yes, I'm paying attention. Why?
Great. What's your passive perception, both of you?
14.
14.
Sorry, I got only the teen for
14.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, seriously.
Ash sees supper. Like, she does not understand that dolphins, while assholes, are intelligent creatures. She just sees a dumb fish that got itself beached, and it's like, natural selection.
So both of you see this like movement in the shallows creeping up from below the water towards Tahaku and the beach dolphin.
Hey, there's something there. There's something there. Let's go.
Taku, behind you!
You all turn to look at this, and from the water, what you see at first is like a skull.
Oh no.
The first thing you see poking out of the water is a human skull.
Is anything else attached to it, or is it just a skull?
Then you see the legs of a crab below it.
Oh no! Is this?
This is we don't stop.
Yeah, I'm blaming you on this, Tahaku.
And you notice that you look ahead where you're supposed to go, and you see like two more crawling up to the sandbar,
this
and you
shit.
look
Eldritch
behind you,
Blast.
and you see more. And we're gonna roll initiative.
This is your fault, Tahaku.
We're just gonna ignore the top side of the map. Just imagine that where the rocks are, it's water again.
I will once I see anything besides darkness.
Okay, the only one seeing darkness. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't put your. I've been preparing this while we were talking.
So imagine the green is also more water. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Technically, it's my fault because I was the one who suggested crabs.
You know, this island was weird enough that I saw these crabs and was like, yes.
So where are NPC buddies?
Yeah, I have to grab them from the other map because I never actually put them. I'm just looking for the dolphin token. Dolphin, come back.
But we can roll initiative now?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ash.
Should be on camp map. Because you have Werner with you as well. You know, I expected dolphins to be like.
Higher CR.
No, I expected dolphins to be like large,
No, they're medium.
No.
but they're medium.
Yeah.
Alright, why is Orner injured?
Because you never fix his health.
No. Why was he injured?
He fall in a pit.
He did not fall in a pit.
Maybe it was going there.
Yeah,
Crossing
you
the
guys
sandbar
have
the
had
first time.
2 nights of rest, so I'm
Oh,
gonna
so
give
you
him some
should've.
hit.
Yeah.
So at
I was
least-
gonna say, so he shouldn't be injured.
Well, remember we're doing 46 plus nothing.
We're doing.
There we go. That actually put him over his
Over his maximum. Good job.
max. Alright, so you two rolled. I'm just going to select everything. That poor dolphin may not be able to do much, but we'll see. Hey Ash, you're first.
Cool. Okay, which one's the closest to me? 15, 30. Okay, so that one's the closest to me. I don't like that one. Tohaku can deal with that one. So, just so I know, what time of day is it at this point, light-wise?
It's towards the evening.
But
But-
we just lost show. Apologies for the camera being weird as fuck.
What?
Okay.
I'm.
There we go.
here?
It's back.
It's back. There's a picture of the bone crabs. They're basically hermit crabs that use skulls as.
I'm just asking for one reason. Would it be considered dim light, or is there still enough light?
There is still enough light.
Okay. I'm still doing this, but I just don't get advantage. So the shadow below Ash raises up, and I cast Shadow Blade as a bonus action. It's a dagger. And then I'm going to throw the dagger at that piece of shit that's right by me. As my action.
So the one to the north?
Yes. Fuck. 11 to hit?
This is.
Okay. And let me just cast this so I get the concentration at least. There we go. And Ash is just gonna go here so she can't get. Yeah, fuck it. Taku's kind of in the middle there. And done.
Alright. This one's gonna come up from the back and go after a corner. For 8 slashing damage. Warner doesn't like this. Did you guys give him anything? Does he have any weapons? Does he still have his crossbow?
I would not be surprised if he got one from the Serpent Whisperers.
Yeah, he probably still has his weapon. How else would he have survived on the island?
That's true. I think he can't use his crossbow in melee though.
No.
So he attacks twice with his dagger and manages to hit it once. That's it.
Can I shoot the one next to Warner?
Yes.
Okay. That is what I will try to do. 13 hit.
13 hits, yes.
Do I get sneak attack?
Order is considered an ally.
Yes.
Cool. 17.
Oof.
All right. Crab is not happy. This crab is going to go after the dolphin, which you're guessing was its primary target for this little group of crabs. They saw the splashing of the oh yeah. That's a nat 20. And it kills the dolphin.
Now can we take it with us for supper?
Just let him have it.
This one comes up to it's going to try and get Tahaku away, so it's going to go after Tahaku. And fails. And this one's going to go after Orner again. That's Orner. Where's the crab? And misses both attacks. Tahaku feels sad. And it's definitely going to go after the one that attacked him. Claws at it for 14 slashing damage. Ash.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, so I can get advantage. Bonus action, resummon the Shadow Blade, and attack again. 13 to hit.
Hits.
Wow. 6 psychic.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
All right. Well, this crab is going to attack Orner. Ooh. It does not like Orner. It does 10 slashing damage. Orner does not like him either. Let's see if he can take him out. Okay. That was a nat 20. Not quite enough, but his second attack also hits because he's got 2 attacks, and that takes it out.
Isn't he using a crossbow?
No, he's using a dagger.
Oh, okay.
Alright, Zen. You have 1 injured by Ash and Tahaku, and 2 that have not been touched.
Concerned about this one over here. So I'm going to try to shoot that one.
The one by Orner?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I miss.
Yep, that's a miss. Ash looks squishier. Ash. Does a 23 hit you? That's 10 slashing damage. And the other one is going to go... Actually, now that you're there and you're injured, it's going to go after Ash as well. And misses... Wait, it's got advantage. Hits. 17?
Hits.
Okay. 5 slashing damage, though. Oh, you lost your Shadow Blade. Alright, this crab hits Orner for 13 slashing damage. Aren't you glad that wasn't you, Ash? And Tahaku's going to try and help you. Yep. You are no longer surrounded, Ash. And he will move.
Okay, if Tahaku wasn't right beside, I would have just cast Darkness. Should I try and back away, guys? I don't like being this close. No, panicking. Eldritch Blast. I know we'll be at disadvantage.
Okay.
11.
Misses. Alright, Orner will go after the last one behind him and hits once for 5 damage. 10.
Yeah. Try to hit that one again.
Okay.
Works.
Hey, there you go. And
I
you
get
do
sneak
have...
attack.
Yes. 11.
Yep.
Alright. Ash, this bone crab's going for you.
Okay.
16.
Yep.
9 slashing.
Be-doop, be-doop, be-doop.
Oh boy. Alright, so Orner takes another 9 slashing damage. Not quite as bad as Ash, but getting there. And Tahaku wants to take this thing and throw it in the water. You know what? He's actually going to try doing that. Actually, no, it would be a dex for the bone crab. Why did I roll so high? No! He tries to grapple the crab to throw it away from Ash and misses. These things are fast, apparently. Unfortunately, that's his action, so Ash, it is your turn.
Go
Sorry,
to
Tahaku,
Haku.
I'm out of here. Darkness. Just
Yeah.
all around Ash. Shadows spread out and kind of make a bubble of shadow, and there's darkness. Sorry, Tahaku.
You can move that, I think.
Nope.
No?
I cannot touch it.
Sworn. But it says can be edited. Oh, wait.
You brought it out, didn't you?
No, the token is not linked to the sheet.
Mm.
Now you should be able to move it.
Okay, well, the only way I can cover myself and the crab is if I also cover Tahaku.
Yep.
I was just like, sorry, Tahaku! And, she's gonna step back.
Alright, it still gets an attack of opportunity,
I'm
but
well
it
aware.
has disadvantage.
I'm hoping that disadvantage saves my ass.
15.
You fucking kidding me, that meets. How?
It did save your ass. I rolled a nat 20.
Fucking fuck.
That's 12 slashing though.
Oh yeah, I'm down. I had 5 left. This is all Tahaku's fault.
So you back up a step and the darkness disappears as you fall unconscious.
As Ash falls back, she's like, this is your fault, Tahaku.
So,
And I'm unconscious.
Alright. Alright, let's see if Warner can take out the crab. He has 2 attacks. He only hit with 1.
At least he has 2 attacks.
That's true. Zen, the crab that is by Orner, looks pretty injured.
Hope I can take it out. 14.
Hits.
And
Sneak attack.
13.
You take it out. Good
Yes.
job. Alright. Which one is that? Show you might want to leave with your extra one. Hi, Nina.
Hi.
Hi, Nina. You have shown up just in time to watch Ash die.
Oh no.
It's Tahaku's fault.
Oh
It's
no.
all its fault. Well, now that Ash is down, it has bigger problems, and by bigger I mean Tahaku-sized problems. So the bone crab is going to go after Taha. That was a nat 20.
How many nat 20s have you rolled in this fight, Karu?
Oh, that's a lot of damage. 19 slashing damage. It's okay. Tahaku has over 100. Tahaku's such. They built Tahaku to survive anything. All right. Well, he's getting between Ash and this thing. He can't help you, but he does have 2 attacks, so he goes at it with his great axe and both hit. For 17. Bits of bone flying everywhere. Ash!
That's a crit
no.
fail death save.
That's not what you're supposed to do. Alright, well, you're done.
Mm-hmm.
Don't fail again. Orner is going to move so that Tahaku's not in the way, and he's going to pull out his crossbow. Are you serious, Orner? Come on. A 7 and an out 1. The 7 was a 2. Zen! Maybe you can do better than Orner. Probably.
Can I shoot it from where I'm at?
You do have Tahaku between you and it, and Tahaku is too large, and these things are just actually small creatures, so
If I get there?
that works.
Okay.
20 hits. Alright, it is Bing. And it is the bone crab's turn. It's gonna try and flee.
Get it, Tahaku.
And Tahaku does not let it. Ash?
Is there anything I can
Yes?
do to help Ash? Like,
Ash goes first. So she needs to roll a save.
Does someone have a reroll ready just in case? Yeah, please, someone give me a reroll.
I used mine already.
Please, someone give me a reroll or I'm dead.
Karu, will you allow me to give another reroll?
That's 1 per session.
to do?
Well, you have to spend points, channel points.
Because I can't give myself one.
Yeah.
Wait,
I
what
don't-
do I need to do?
I can't.
On the stream, you can redeem points for
Channel
rerolls.
points.
The channel points on
in the chat area.
Player advantage or
player.
Yep.
there you go.
You have a reroll. Make it count.
Please. Thank God.
Oh,
Hey,
I was just waiting for the 2.
Oh god, I was waiting for the 1.
Because, let's face it, rerolls almost never work in our favor.
No, they really don't.
Except
Wow.
on charities.
Okay, you have 1 turn to stabilize her. Do you have healer's kit or no?
I have an herbalism kit.
Herbalism kit. Okay, so it's just a medicine
the
check.
healer's kit is with
Yeah.
the group. Can they
medicine
have
check.
aid?
Orner will aid you because he's pretty intelligent too.
Thank God. DC was-
Okay, you managed to stabilize Ash before she bleeds out.
So she's stable, still unconscious for...
Still unconscious, but you are stabilized.
4 hours. Which
Oh,
makes
God.
sense.
Okay, well...
I guess Tahaku's carrying you.
Yeah, Tahaku will grab you and start trudging. You guys just barely make it because you were rushing. But this pause and the fact that Tahaku has to carry Ash the rest of the way means water's lapping at your heels, but it's not as bad as last time because you managed to make it to the beach before it goes above Zenbrick's head. Well, Zen and Orner's heads. However, both Orner, well, Ash, you two, can you give me a con save?
Me too?
Yes.
I'm unconscious. Is that gonna affect a disadvantage? Like, okay, I just want to make sure. A nat 20, despite being unconscious.
Okay, cool. Amazing. Both NPCs rolled under a 10.
I'm gonna blame the fact that Ash's magic is somehow keeping her like this.
Yep. Okay, good to know. All right, so the 4 of you make it to the beach and likely make it to the beach before the others come, but not by much. So you have like an hour of just getting to the tree line and settling down. Orner feels like shit because he's been scratched up by the crabs He's like, I did not like those things. They were creepy. And I don't say that much.
You have anything to say, Tahaku?
I didn't expect crabs using skulls were going to show up. Just
We
because
told you to
help.
go. We told you to go.
Might have been a bad idea.
Might? I think you need to rephrase that.
I'm sorry. I'm glad Ash is still alive.
Yeah. Zen is not happy. If this was a Telltale game, Zen will remember this.
This action will have consequences.
That's what it is, yes.
Gain one enmity.
So, Tan, just to catch up, Nina, your group got lost, but eventually found their way to the camp, managed to locate the emitter, and Copper went kind of berserk on it, destroyed it, took out the power core, and therefore stopped the SOS from being emitted. You guys rested up that night in the remains of the camp, and then the next day set out for the beach to make it to the point where the others would be making it. So you all make it in the evening, close to dark. You reach the point where you guys had separated to find Tahaku sitting slightly apart from the others. Orner bandaged pretty badly, looking exhausted and probably already asleep because he's pretty injured. Ash is still unconscious. She's probably got like 2 hours left of unconscious. Also badly wounded, but patched up by Zen and Orner. And a very upset looking Zen Briggs who keeps glaring at Tahaku.
I'll keeping watch.
But
I'm sure Tahaku's also keeping watch anywhere except where you are. Just into the forest, just keeping an eye out.
what happened?
What happened to you all? Yeah.
I patched up Ash as best I could. I gotta learn more from you about that. But can you double check? And Orner is hurt, and Tahaku stopped for whatever a thing, and I am not happy with him right now. I'm happy that you are here. Are you all okay?
Yep.
Okay, good. Okay, good. Yeah, Siri, if you can like double check on Ash and help Orner.
Yeah. Okay. So as part of this, okay. So as part of doing this, I will. I'm going to use this wild shape option, the whole chalice thing. So I will cast Cure Wounds. Oh yeah, I'll cast Cure Wounds on Ash, and this will have the benefit of healing Order as well.
Ooh.
So Ash recovers 12, and
Orner recovers 3.
best I can do at this point.
Yeah. All right, so Ash, you come back to your senses as magical healing brings you back from the land of the dead.
Ow. Did I die again?
You're close.
I almost got a
No.
spell
Oh my
take.
gosh!
Again?
I saw a little bit of.
Wait.
Oh man, that was great.
Again?
Maybe
What?
I don't know.
Oak.
Ow.
Okay, well, you got close. I stopped, but you were your pulse was like, oh, thank stars.
Be dupe.
Ash just sits up and is like, "Thanks, Zen. I appreciate. What happened?
Tahaku.
Did you at least bring the fish with you? Because I kind of want to eat that."
You are more important.
Fair enough. Those things were weird.
Yes.
What things exactly?
Skull
Like
crabs.
this crab with a skull and crab.
Really creepy.
Huh.
Also,
I'm glad
Tahaku, maybe next time don't stop for a fish. Just a suggestion.
Yeah, I told him.
Well, glad you all got away.
He turns back to you and goes, "I'm sorry, Ash. I tried. I didn't know that would happen, and I'm just glad you're okay."
I'm good. Yeah. I've had worse, technically, I think. Maybe. Was it worse? I don't know. It's fine. I'm alive. I didn't actually die, did I?
Close.
Okay. Cool. Still tired though.
You rest. You rest. We got you. You just sleep, okay?
Is
Just
everyone
sleep.
else alright?
Yeah. Everyone else is fine.
Please tell me you killed all those creepy things.
Yes.
Okay,
They're
good.
dead.
Awesome.
They're dead.
Good. Yeah, I'm gonna try and sleep. Oh, hi everyone. When did you get here?
A couple minutes ago.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm guessing you helped with healing?
Yeah, Ziri. Ziri did.
Okay, thank you, Ziri.
I'll mention it.
Yeah,
So what all did you find over there?
Found him. Okay, all this has got to stay secret. So what's said on the beach has to stay on the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So we found what's the leader's the leader of the Serpent Whisperers. Her sister's in exile over there.
Huh.
Yeah. They had a disagreement about, how to treat the men and how to just run the Serpent Whisperers and stuff. And she's been over there for a while, and she's building a boat, and she's almost done. And it's not a big boat. Not a big boat. It's just got room for her, Nub Nub, and 2 other people. So
All right. Who's Nub Dub?
oh, her board protector. He's very cute.
Oh. All right. Okay.
She has her arm broken, so we helped her a little bit with the boat, but yeah.
Does she when she gets the boat, well, does she know where she's gonna go? Are there any other islands around this place?
Basically, she has an anywhere but here attitude.
Okay.
Like, I don't care where, as long as it's not here.
I can sympathize for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, do we want to try to help her build this thing and see if she can at least take some of us, or what are we thinking?
Like,
I mean, the question with that would be who.
Only fit 2 other people. Plus, it's such a long way back to the mainland too. It would be just as dangerous, if not more so, than staying here, I think.
guess the question would be who would want to go.
Zeri just kind of glances over at Tahaku. Tries to get a read on him.
Tahaku looks at you and goes, I think now that those lights have gone out, our transmitting signal should alert the Dinzers as to our location, and they can come pick us up.
Wow, you're betting a lot on that.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're just assuming that it's just the lights. You heard what she said about the temple. There's like evil, well, okay, not evil's not the right word. Really creepy, unknown things down there. May or may not be evil. That's, subjective. So they have a god.
I'm not sure I even bought the whole this island is being protected from being detected. But they seem to think that those lights going out mean that the island is now visible to others, which means that as long as the emitter is working, we will be found. May take a while. I don't know if they know the trajectory our ship was taking, but very likely they know at least the general bearings that we took once we went off course.
Honestly, though, while we wait for them to pick us up, like, we're betting a lot on the fact that they're going to be here sooner than we can get off the island ourselves. Wouldn't we rather just try and get off on our own accord?
That's a possibility, but there are hundreds of miles between this island and the closest shore. And to be completely honest, the closest one is not exactly friendly. Going to the Dragon Isles does not seem like the best idea. And surviving the trip to the mainland, well, if there's a storm, do you really think that raft is going to make it?
Nope.
I think I like my chances better at waiting for the Dinzers to arrive. They will want to recover the core. It is large enough that they won't want it to fall into other people's hands, so they will be looking for that ship. True, they may think it might have just went into the ocean, but assuming they can pick up the signal of the SOS, they will be able to triangulate our location. Now, I know that some of you, and he kind of glances from Ash to Copper to the rest of you, don't exactly like the Dinzer military.
Out of character, I have never been so glad to not be able to make expressions as a character.
Literal stone face.
But Then at least try to bargain so that you are not. And he glances at Copper, destroyed. And if I forget to mention some of you can cast magic that is not welcome in the Summerlands, well, that's the Summerlands' problems, isn't it? In fact, there is a possibility that the Dinzer military might find use in people who have magic capabilities.
Well, but you can't guarantee that, though.
That is true.
Taking a massive leap of faith, it seems like no matter what we do.
That is true.
Whether it's try to sail half a world or that they come someday, then they come and find us someday, or go back to the village, or stay out here.
I will say the only two people that I can think of that are likely to find this island first are the Dinzers or the Agrayans. And honestly, I prefer my chances that the Dinzers find us first.
Do our characters know who those people are?
Yes. So when he says the Agrayans, I'm going to go back to the Overland. Agraya is to the east of the Summerlands, which is the closest thing to your island. Close also is central Umeria, but Agraya is the Dragon Isles. It is where the Dragonborn and the possibly living dragons live on this world. They are mostly keep to themselves. But they have a pretty sizable army, which is why they are completely independent and don't like outsiders on their island.
At this point, or pretty late in the day at this point.
Yeah, I'm guessing you guys are like setting up camp there and spending the night. And I don't recall how long it's been, but I think you guys are just taking a short rest at this point in terms of recovering things.
I think we're at like 5 days.
Mm-hmm. So, you guys rest for the night. Wake up the next morning. You have quite a ways to travel to get back to... That's 20 hexes to get back to the village. So 5 days of travel.
Okay.
Are you heading straight back? Are you going to do any stops?
You want to look at exploring any of this uncharted stuff in the middle?
Do you want to get lost again?
Nope. Nope. Had enough of that.
Is there any way that Zembrex can get Warner alone?
While you're traveling, probably pretty easily. I mean, you don't spread out too much, but I guess you'd have to. Well, considering you're going out the coast on the first day, you could probably just have Ziri leading and fall back with Orner and kind of split a bit from the group, like within sight, but like for a private conversation.
Is it?
Sorry, I got is it.
Where's your boat?
It's not a boat. It's a ship.
Where is your ship?
North of Goliath. Why?
Can't it fit all of us?
No.
How many?
5. And that's assuming we find the core.
You know, Tan and I are small.
Yes, so am I. I suppose if we leave the big guy behind and he like glances over at Tahaku, we could fit the rest.
By now, we would know the languages Tahaku speaks, right?
Probably. Tahaku has basic Draconic and just knows Common.
And then Tan is my fellow halfling.
Yeah, Orner just knows Gnomish and Common.
Draconic as well.
He knows Draconic as well, yeah.
In halfling, I'm going to ask Tan.
So you move away from Orner?
Yeah. Ask Tan. Did you succeed?
Yeah. As far as I know. Wasn't actually here, but I think so, yes.
Cover it, but you did find where the like probable location where Tahaku buried the core.
Okay. Yeah, for the most part.
And I'm going to go up and just, like during the day, I'm going to, we're really hurt the first day. Let's just, be slow and such. And then to Ash in Elvish. Can we ditch the big guy?
When you walk up to Ash, she didn't even notice you. She's been distracted all day, but she's like, you want to ditch him? Kitty!
Cat butt.
Cats.
Oh, other cat.
I see Earl every day. I was talking about different kitty.
I know.
But you want to ditch him all of a sudden?
Well, like, all of a sudden.
That's fair. Gosh, I like Zen.
I mean, if we don't, at some point he's gonna go to check on the signal. And if he realizes that the others tampered with it, he might try and kill us.
Yeah, because does Tahaku want us to go to the crash site, or is he happy that we just want to go straight to the village?
Oh, he's very happy that you don't want to go to crash site, though he knows that, like, you went to the crash site, but you supposedly went to check that the signal was good. He probably would have asked the night before, honestly, if the signal was still going. So I guess I need a deception check from whoever answered that question.
It was absolutely not copper.
Oh boy.
I can help anybody, but I should not be the one talking.
I will attempt to obfuscate this.
All right, give me your deception check.
With advantage because 10 is helping at least. Doesn't need it. Oh my god!
Oh, you got lucky.
Oh my god,
jeez.
so lucky.
You got so fucking
Oh, boy.
lucky.
Oh,
That
boy.
was nearly a nat 20 on his end.
He still wouldn't have made it though if it was a nat 20, because it was
Yeah.
20 versus 20.
Okay, well, he believed you.
Cool.
So he thinks that you went to the crash site and that the signal is still going and we're all good. Just gotta wait for someone to respond.
That best we can tell, nothing's been disturbed.
Yep.
Yes.
Wow. All right.
That would have been bad.
Yeah.
That would have been very bad.
I mean, if everyone else is okay with it, are you still mad at him about yesterday?
It's more than just yesterday.
Okay.
He's always going to want to inform the Indenzer's military about us. That is something that I really cannot have happen.
You really don't like the military, do you?
No, don't. And I know what they could do to you. He's going to say he has no pull whatsoever. He's just going to be so happy to be found. And then they're going to immediately take him away to question him about every single thing about this island. And he will tell them every single thing about this island.
I mean, as long as everyone else agrees with it. But I will point out, some of this group not very good at sneaky. So how do you expect us to ditch him? Or are you planning to kill him?
Good luck.
Yeah, no.
I want to know where you stand here. Do you want to
I don't want
ditch him?
to do that.
Oh, okay. Just
Make him sleepy, make him confused.
I can't do either of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know how to make certain things.
No, I need to do better. I need to figure out more things I can do with my magic, I guess. But I can't really help with this, I think. The only thing I can really do is make a dagger, make a small area dark, but I mean, you guys can't see in that darkness.
No, but you can.
I mean, yes. I can see in any darkness.
Look, I don't want you to do anything that you don't want to do. So if you're not on board with this, I won't go ahead with this plan. I won't pitch it to anybody else.
I mean, I'm
But-
fine with it, but if we ditch him, he's gonna come looking for us. We need a way to, avoid getting found. And are you planning
Yeah.
to ditch him before we get to the village? When we get to the village? Like, are you planning to abandon him in the middle of this jungle?
Should we go back to the village and then go on one of our excursions?
It would be a good idea to probably see how the village is doing. Maybe they're less mad at us, and then we can also resupply. Because there is that, too. We kind of need, if we're going to leave again on an excursion, we kind of
Yeah.
need supplies.
You're right. See, this is why I'm talking to you about this.
I think there's smarter people in the group, but I'm glad I can help.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's wait till we get back to the village. Because
Okay.
he does think everything's fine, right? Yeah.
It seems like it. And if we just leave again on an excursion, maybe rest for a day, I would enjoy rest for a day in a full bed. But besides that, then we leave again and we go do other things. And if we happen to leave the island when he's not with us, well, hey, we forgot about you. Sorry. Too bad. Maybe next time you'll learn not to stay in one spot for more than 6 seconds.
All right. Seeds of a plan. Thank you, Ash.
You're welcome.
All right. Closing in on the. Oh, sorry. Go for it.
I kind of watched Zen ask the question, then wander off to talk to Ash. And it just kind of watched the conversation for a while, obviously not understanding any of it. But after Tan sees Zen kind of break off from the conversation, we walk for a while. They sidle back up. So, what you talking about?
Well, Ash made a very good point. Of course, we're doing this in Halfling, right?
Yes.
Yes. Ash made a really good point since Tahaku thinks everything's fine. We go back to the village, we resupply, and we go on an excursion. And if we happen to leave, we happen to leave.
Without the rest of the group. Meaning you and everybody else, which is just Fune at this point.
I mean, if you're against it, I'll drop it.
Not at all. Honestly. I didn't really. The fact that Tahaku is using those two as leverage gives me bad vibes. And I kind of feel like you felt the same way. So I feel like we're on the same page with that. And I'm not on board with it.
I'm not either.
Good.
It's he can't make any promises.
On our own this long, we can survive. At least in civilization for just as long.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. Cool. Just
Yeah. All right. I was like, my brain was just going, and then when you said that, my brain just.
yeah.
It's not like I
Yeah,
was.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks.
And kind of awkwardly keeps walking.
Yeah.
Kerr, you're muted.
You're muted.
Hello. As the day comes to a close, as I was saying, and you are looking for a place to make camp for the evening, those of you with higher perception notice that there are two people in the party who are lagging behind and don't look that great.
Oh no.
Orner and Tahaku have slowed down considerably, and you don't really see it in Tahaku as much, but you notice that Orner seems to be shivering as if he's cold.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Can I
No.
can I just take a look at them both and like see if they're like getting some kind of fever or something like that?
You go check up on them, and yes, they both have. They seem to be developing a fever.
Oh boy. Well, we have a problem. Our friends here are getting ill, and we still have several days ahead of us.
Getting ill. What's that?
They're sick.
What's that?
They're going to stop working soon.
Oh,
No,
well,
like,
then-
Not die, but
Then can't we just fix them? I've got, and then I'm just gonna pull out the smith's tools. I've got things to repair.
Copper, you have to realize at this point that those things don't work on fleshy bits.
I mean,
Remember, those work for because you're not made out of flesh. Things made out of flesh need other things.
So a different kit of tools. Got it.
Basically,
like-
yes.
Does Copper have any oil or anything that goes through her body?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine the oil getting all gunked up and having to be replaced and changed out. The
And
closest
overheating.
Yes, exactly. Closest analogy I can make here.
So their coolant systems and ventilation systems are jammed. Can't you just
Yes.
replace it? I mean, drain it and replace. That's
yeah,
the normal
we're-
way to.
This is Ziri's area of expertise. Just sit back. How about you help make a camp? They're gonna need to rest, right, Ziri? Right? They're gonna need to rest.
I'm almost certain, yes.
All right, let's make a
Okay.
camp.
Yeah, they now both functionally have 2 levels of exhaustion,
Oh.
Ooh.
which slows everyone down now to half speed.
I am so glad I critted that
Yeah.
con save.
Uh-huh.
The moment you said con save, it was like, these things are poisonous.
Or it could have been that you were just exposed to the elements too much.
No, those crabs were either poisonous or diseased. They were wearing skulls!
Yep, bone crabs are really interesting. They mostly eat brains.
So they can have new hats to live in.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, how else are they gonna get new shells when they grow?
Yeah, they just have to find bigger and bigger skulls.
God, imagine one that has a giant for its skull.
No.
Nope.
So,
Trying not to.
Copper is just helping set up camp, but also just kind of watching Tahaku and Orner with an odd sense of curiosity to see how Ziri is going to fix this. Because clearly it's something that might be interesting to learn.
At this point, my magic is all but tapped out. Probably not going to be able to recover spell slots until we get back to the village, if we make it back. And I've got one spell slot left at this point. Zen, can Zen and I like try to, use their herbalism knowledge to try to like brew some kind of remedy for the two of us?
You probably won't be able, because you don't know exactly what is afflicting them, but you could probably try to help with the like fever and the chills.
Yeah.
To like alleviate that. And then they're gonna need to roll a constitution save after a long rest to see if they recover. So assuming you manage to brew something properly, I would give them a advantage on their con saves.
Okay.
So
Okay.
herbalism kit.
Yeah, we both have that.
Yeah.
Intelligence or
So would that be with advantage since they're both trying to brew it?
One of you can roll with advantage, yeah. It would be, I would say wisdom works too. Wisdom or intelligence.
Okay. We go for this one. 16 or
Looks like
21.
Earl's getting good scritches in the back there.
Oh, good.
21. Okay. So you managed to find some herbs and stuff, and brew up a tea for them that helps them at least with the effects of whatever disease they've picked up from the crabs. And they rest for the night, and we'll see if they manage to save this time. Tahaku, what the fuck? Okay, and Warner.
Maybe we won't have to ditch Tahaku. Maybe he'll die from this fever.
Or we'll have to keep him in he'll have to stay in the village because he's recovering from it.
Both of them barely passed.
Oh.
Warner also rolled a 12 with advantage.
So it was a DC 11 then, or a 10. Oof.
Yep. So they recover during the night a point of exhaustion, thanks to your herbalism kit infusion. So they are no longer at half speed, which helps you. They still have 1 point of exhaustion left, and still have a bit of the fever and the chill going on. During the day, you can see other effects of whatever it is that afflicts them because they start seeing things. Tahaku suddenly calls out, "Watch out, they're attacking!" And he goes to attack something and then kind of realizes that it just goes through whatever he was seeing. And he goes like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I saw some. Never mind. It's okay."
Their software seems to be crashing. We've got to do something about that, I guess. Maybe a hard reboot. And then Copper's just gonna kind of like
kicks one of them.
I'm gonna point out, we're still in a fantasy land. Like, seriously, you're not that advanced.
How else is he going to explain the normal programming? So, and besides, the Dinzers are super incredibly advanced with magic technology.
Maybe. So my question is, are you still pushing for 4 hexes a day, or are you going slower?
Probably slower.
Yeah.
All right.
So they don't deteriorate too fast.
Yeah.
To be honest, we might even want to just take a day to outright rest.
That's a good idea. Yeah, maybe like when we if we can get back to the monastery, just do a full rest day there.
Okay. Well, that night, are you guys gonna try again with the herbalism kit?
Yeah.
All right, roll again.
See if you do even better.
See if I crit.
Nope.
Okay. So you managed to keep their fever at least to a manageable level. Especially like Tahaku seems more, he has a higher constitution. He's big,
Yeah.
but he is Orner on the other side is kind of like a bit loopy as he's been walking through the day, and yeah, it has slowed you guys down a bit. But you managed to make camp, and hopefully, with the help of the herbs and concoctions giving them advantage, they managed to shake it off the next day.
We'll see.
Well, that was a nat 20 for Orner.
Oh, good.
And the exact same roll in the end for Shohaku. Double check something. Okay, cool. So, morning of the second day, the fever has broken, and they seem to be recovering.
Good.
So, are you going to take it easy while they finish recovering?
say so.
or...
I would
Don't
say
want any-
so,
any
Yeah.
relapses.
because we don't want them to relapse since we were pushing.
Mm-hmm. So you take it easy during the day. Who's keeping watch of, possible
Stuff.
attacks? Like that?
I'll try.
I'll aid.
Because I'm leading I'm making sure people don't get lost. I know we've been this way, but
So Copper's aiding me?
Yes. Really?
Ash is distracted.
I
There's
probably
a lot
could
going on in everyone's head. Okay, so you do not have much warning, and before a group of hyenas attack from the trees towards you.
At least now
Alright,
the
well-
green makes sense.
Yeah, kind of.
Let me heal Werner up a bit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because he looks about ready to keel over and die.
He would have spent hit dice at night.
God, he had a lot of hit dice.
Yeah. He has, that's most of it, though. Between what he healed before and now. I think he has 3 left.
That's insane.
Well, yeah, he was basically the boss of the first fight, remember?
I know.
Alright, so roll initiative while I grab the hyenas. And
Oh
now there's
my
actually
God.
green on one side.
That's literally what
Yeah,
I
that's
commented.
what we just said.
Oh, that's what you
Oh. Actually, pretty surprised because hyenas are generally scavengers.
Yeah, they've probably been following you guys and saw Orner and Taku weaving and things and thought you guys were easy prey.
How did one of the hyenas get 999999999?
No.
For some reason, it's their modifier.
9.
There we go. All right, Ash.
You know
Actually,
what?
Zen, you would have been towards the front.
Let me just... Fuck it. Let's at least make it hard so they can't surround us. Ash is gonna put... Right? Yeah, no, right there.
Okay.
And then she's gonna step in. Hey, at least they can't completely surround us. They're not gonna want to go in the darkness. But that's all I can do.
Okay. Well, this one's not gonna go into the darkness. Just check their speed. Oh, they're terrified me fast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're at least 40 feet. I
50.
can guarantee that because I said at least.
All right, Zen, it is going after you, and that is going to be a 10 to hit. Siri!
Okay, I will do a bonus action to use my Star Wild Shape, and I'm going to shoot a luminous arrow at the one that just tried to nibble on Zen. 19 to hit,
That hits,
or 8 radiant.
and you take it down.
Nice.
You hear a yip, and it goes down.
And probably a few nervous giggles. 'Cause
I'll stay there.
All right.
So I can see one of them, right?
You can see two of them, one on the border up above where the darkness is, and one to your,
Oh, I did not see that one.
yeah, there's two.
I'll take a shot of this one,
Okay,
hopefully. Does 12 hit?
yes. All right. You hit it in the side, injuring it pretty badly. This one's not sure what's going on here, but it doesn't see any darkness to the south. That's going to be 20 feet. Hey, you can go after Orner, the weak one.
Mm.
And Orner manages to avoid getting bitten.
boop the snoot.
Zen. Hina doesn't like you. 15.
That hits.
Returns the favor with 7 piercing.
Did I
That's
Three.
3 piercing, not 7.
I'm like, Karu, can you numbers?
I can numbers sometimes.
This isn't
I
even
think-
adding. This is just numbering.
I think I got skipped.
Did you?
What was
Yeah, because I
your-
was in between the two hyenas.
You're not even on the turn order.
Am I not?
Yes, she
Ken
is.
is. You just.
Yes.
I think
Ken
you
is.
double skipped.
Oh,
You
yeah.
double clicked. I'm like, but
I was like, am I seeing
that's
things?
there.
Yeah,
That's
you're right.
there. So go back.
Okay.
Go back,
Okay.
hyena.
So the other one would have been farther away, but we'll keep the attack. So yeah, Tan, your turn. Sorry
Okay.
about that.
It's okay. I'm gonna attack the same one that Zen attacked and try and take that one out.
Before it. Okay, go.
Yeah.
Make
18.
yeah, you take it out.
10.
So Zen does not take 3 piercing damage.
Oh, I don't?
Hey.
Nope.
Good.
Tan
Nope.
kills it before it hits you.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Oh man, now the other one's like, I had advantage and I don't have advantage because it's dead.
No pack tactics for you.
Yeah,
No
none.
pack tactics for him. Oh boy, and it can't reach Orner either because there's a big inky blackness.
The shadows will kill you.
It definitely does not like the shadows. These guys don't even have dark vision. It's kind of weird, but I think
Hey,
it's rethink things. Let's go.
Karu. It definitely could get to honor. But it
Not,
didn't have to be stupid about it.
yeah, it's not going to do that. It's got a better sense of self-preservation than that. It's just going to run into the forest.
Oh.
Oh, there's still one to the south, so
Yeah, please leave one for me.
the hike might take this out.
Yeah, it's done.
Oh yeah. Freaking crit.
It wouldn't be a. Oh yeah, he has
Yeah.
advantage.
Flanking.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's dead on the first hit. It seems to not have much hit points, but there's nothing else for it to do. So copper, there is blackness. The rest have run.
I saw where one was, though, right?
Correct. You could try and attack at disadvantage.
Oh, I'm not as concerned about that. Okay. Yeah, you know what? I don't want Tahaka to see this anyway. So, I'll... 1, 5, 10, 15. I'll just kind of wade into the darkness. Oh,
Weren't
wait.
there
If I'm in the dark...
rocks?
You're gonna, it was
Well,
up on the rock.
I can't see. So, okay. Then I'll... If I had known that, then I'll just kind of go up around. So I don't want Tahaka to see this. Like,
So
up
you're
this
climbing
way.
the rock. Okay. All right.
And then, I mean, there are two things I could do. I could either Vengeful Spirit it, or I could Dream Longsword it. I'm not gonna Vengeful Spirit because I'm not wasting a 3 soul fragments. 13
Hits.
for 18 damage.
Ooh.
Yeah. Well, you guys have food for the night.
And it did not have us.
Yeah, you've got 4 hyenas worth of meat.
Supper time.
Hey, and good skin to hide.
That depends. How long
Well-
are you planning to stay there? Because that would, this was probably towards the evening, but it would take you the rest of the night and would mean you only advance 2 hexes instead of 3.
Yeah, never mind.
So you could grab one and take it with you and then butcher it at camp and just use it for meat.
Mm-hmm.
But skinning will take hours
Okay.
to do it properly.
Whatever.
Alright, so you stop for the night.
Mm-hmm.
And if we're going by the count, I think this is your 7th night.
So that would
But
mean
you
a
would
long
have
rest?
to, you would still have to do more than just rest to recover. If do a long rest.
Okay. Which we were talking about doing once we got back to the monastery anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you could either push on one more day. The next day you would be reaching the monastery half day, and then could rest the rest of the time.
That sounds good.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Okay. So you make it there, and it's been a while since you left the temple. But you
think
spend a
it's-
night there.
I think it's been 11 days. I try to keep track. 11
Yeah,
or
I
12.
think that sounds about right. Because it was 5 days going towards there, then you had 2 days on the island, and then you've been 3 days now. 4 days.
Oh, okay. So that's 13.
Okay. So 13 days away from the village, and now you take a long rest. Spend the day in the safety of the monastery and
Have
do a full
HP
recovery.
again.
You have spells.
Oh no, I was
Yes.
fine with spells.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
Yours
because you
back
get
on
them
short
back
rest.
on short rest.
Yes.
Hey,
But your health.
Oh, the health is what I wanted. Health and hit die. Because I was out of hit die. So at least I get half of them back.
So 1.
Hey, it's better than nothing.
that rounded up or down.
Yeah, for hit die, would it be rounded up or down, Karu?
We always round stuff down.
Okay. I only get 1 back then.
Unless hit points has an actual roll for it. It doesn't say, so it would be rounded down. Okay. Alright, so you spent the night there, recovered, and everyone's doing great. We'll put you back on the island. Now that everyone's recovered, I am assuming you guys are gonna hoof it.
Push it. Yeah.
So you can make it back in 2 days, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that puts you at like, what is it, 15 days?
Yeah. 15, 16 days. Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. You have no other encounters on your way there, at least none worthy of telling. You probably do have a couple of encounters, but for the most part, you guys know how to keep things away from you by now. And get back to the village. The village seems to be okay. Afuna is happy to see that you have all returned unhurt, undamaged. So there seems to be a tension there that wasn't there before. It's light right now, and everyone's trying to behave, and the villagers welcome you. Vuda kind of rushes up to um, Zen and Orner and asks how you're doing. How was the trip? Did you were away for so long? I was starting to be worried.
Yeah. We had some run-ins with some like hyenas and these weird crab things.
Oh, the bone crabs. Are you all right? Did anyone fall sick?
Uh, Orner and Tahaku, but we were able to like get him back to health.
Those things feast upon dead flesh, and they carry disease with them. We know to keep away from them, but they are not. They are mostly towards the northern side of the island and in the waters.
Yeah.
They tend to those who shipwreck and do not survive.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that.
I'm glad you all made it okay and that you're healthy.
Thank you.
Things have calmed down in the village. Nothing bad has happened other than the light missing. It's still. We're so used to it. It's this reminder of it missing. It's hard to deal with. But at the very least, nothing else has happened, so if things continue like that, then maybe we will be fine.
I hope so.
I ask Fune at some point, what's been said about us in the time we've been out. Are they still set at us, or?
There was a bit of talk after you left, but between me helping out and talking to them and the fact that nothing else has happened, for the most part things have quieted down. I think you did good in leaving for 2 weeks. It should be fine now, as long as nothing else bad happens. You were cleared, and the laws of these people state that once you are cleared by the village elders, then you are not found guilty, and they have to follow that. So I think it's fine.
Yeah.
And well, you all rest there and have some time, and you begin to think of what to do next. There is a lot of plotting between you of what to do next. But the next day after you arrive, there's a commotion near the hut of the where Viothe lives. And as you approach, Viothe actually signals to you guys to approach to where she's with two of her warriors, and kind of like tries to get most of the people out, and the kind of you all enter the main like meeting place.
Mm-hmm.
And she turns to you and goes, my hunters have spotted a flying vehicle of some sort. It crash landed north of the village.
Would you like us to investigate?
I am sending 6 of my warriors and Ikiope, but I would appreciate it if you go as well. If these people do not speak our language, having someone to translate might be needed. We need to make sure we need to find out who they are and what they want.
Agreed.
How long ago did they crash?
About an hour ago.
Oh.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Mhm.
let's do this.
Yep.
4 miles. So probably closer to like 3 or 4 hours ago. But it was not a like ball of fire kind of crash. But they left 2 behind to watch. But yeah, so they send you guys with 6 Amazon warriors and Ikiobe north of the village. You're actually going past into an area where you have not been before, a cliff clearing. The grass here is pretty long, like knee-high to a human. And in the distance, you see the smoke coming out of the crash site. And slight movement. You meet the 2 that were still watching there, about 150 feet away from the crash, at the tree line. Close to where the ship has crashed, you also see some kind of like stone surface. It's kind of hard to tell from this distance. But like not natural stone, like maybe the ruins of something.
Oh.
And you see movement between the ship and the ruins itself. Give me perception checks. Okay.
Oh, why do I have that on advantage?
Ash and Zen, you watch. They're apparently unloading equipment from the crash site, and the ship seems like they made a pretty good crash landing. Like it doesn't look like it's completely destroyed.
Ooh.
Do we recognize the type of ship? Like, do we notice the flag? Some sort of marking?
Pretty sure. Question is if I can find it. It looks almost like a bird. It's a small flying ship. And give me a history check for Zen.
That's good.
Okay.
Yes.
It looks Dinser made.
Oh.
bet's not.
Yeah, Zenbrix gets that look.
Question, did Tahaku come with us?
Please say no.
Or Orner.
Warner probably would have.
No, they did not.
Okay.
Good. Looks like they found us. It's a Denzer made craft.
Oh boy.
We don't know for sure yet, but we're gonna have to approach carefully.
So are you approaching?
How many are there?
Fully. Yeah.
A handful, like maybe half a dozen.
That means that at least a half a dozen can actually fit on that flying ship.
I'm gonna post a picture in the. It's a pretty cool looking ship.
The question is, how many of us
Yes, it is.
should we approach with? Like, should we approach full force? Or
Do you
should
want to
we-
just like? Are you sitting there watching what's happening?
Yeah, right now we're hiding, yeah. Kind of just watching.
Okay, so you see people coming, like they seem to be like taking equipment out of it. You see a couple of them kind of like putting out the fires and trying to assess the damage. From what you can tell, there's one like scrawny looking human that seems to be like giving orders for the most part. And you see looks to be a burly like yellow scaled dragonborn
What?
that's doing most of the heavy lifting, and then two devilkin which are also like moving back and forth, and then there's a smaller humanoid which you can't tell from this distance if it's a halfling or a gnome, but like that size, that's also like moving around.
So I'm not sure that this is actually Dinzer Dinzer.
Can I
because
just
that's
Can I just say
that's
this
all-
is a weirder party than us?
yeah, very much so. I've never seen restricted races before.
I mean, they're not restricted show, they're just not allowed for us to make characters for.
No, their breeding is definitely restricted.
I'd be like, Copper,
Hmm?
I think you should hang back.
Yes. Unfortunately, I didn't think to actually have anything like, say, a hooded cloak.
You haven't really needed it till now.
No.
Copper, no offense, but a cloak wouldn't have hidden you very well.
Question, because I'm blanking on it. Zenbrix, is Zenbrix from the Personian area? Like, is Zenbrix from the Summerlands?
They probably have either like worked or lived there.
Okay. Studying the group, you can tell that the person that seems to be in charge is dressed like a Personian noble. So definitely not military.
Okay, that's a noble. Okay, not military. Vacation trip gone wrong?
Hard to
Huh.
tell.
Yeah. I still would like definitely Copper to hang back, and also the the women to like, so that way we don't reveal them right away.
You turn to look at them, and Ikyope is grabbing her weapon and looks about ready to tell the others to charge.
Wow.
Not yet.
Okay.
So it'd be like, things go wrong. Yes, but let us go first. And then I'm going to look at the, Ash, Zeri, and Tan. It's like, I'm going to voluntarily go. Any of you want to join me, or?
Go.
I mean, I can come, sure. We don't know what all languages they speak. Just in case, you never know. Maybe we'll deal with.
Hold on, and hold on. Like, Zenbrick starts to like mess up her hair and like mess up their hair a little bit, and it's like play along. Like, get messy, get a little messy and stuff.
I don't think that'll take much effort, but sure.
Okay. Because
Ash looks down at her tattered clothing.
Yeah, have you seen my clothing?
Yeah, I know. It's just, and then Zembrix is going to be like, oh, hey, what? Who are you? How did? Oh my gosh, other beings.
Give me a deception check.
Ash is following behind, just acting confused because she's good at that.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, you see a couple of them go for their weapons. Do I have all of them? Because I haven't programmed these guys yet. We're not going to get into that today. I just want to see. Damn it. I don't have it programmed. Okay. You see at least one person, like the Dragonborn, go for a weapon. And then they like see you and they kind of like get the idea of like what exactly is going on. So they like don't. And the noble goes, "Oh, look, other people are on the island." And move to approach you. And that's where we'll end the session.
Wow. I knew it was coming.
Okay, I have to ask just before we get off stream. Did you have a certain amount of days before this would happen, or would it happen when we got back to the village?
They were going to land. Basically, I rolled for how many weeks after the lights went out. And
so we just happened to be gone.
Get back just in time, yes.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Okay. I was just curious if this was scripted or we just had dumb luck.
No. It was going to happen 2 weeks after the lights went out and you guys were gone for 15 days, so it matched up.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and see you again soon. Hopefully no one nearly dies next session. Bye.
We'll see.
Hey.